So get this straight. Kristen Wilkins got kicked off the team for doing the unthinkable in the locker room to a teammate.
No, I don't care. Plain and simple as that. I will look up at the end when it's time to look up and whenever that matters, but right now that doesn't matter.
Now what the hell is wrong with you? No Diddy!
Adam, there's obviously been a lot of controversy around the defensive line group after the release of Christian Wilkins. How have you seen your unit be able to leave that as just outside noise and hone in on?
Ay, Dios mío, no, ¿por qué? Porque yo soy negrito, dime.
What the hell, man? What's the problem? Give me some problem, dog. You just kissed me on my neck. Yeah, that's what you wanted, right? Why the hell would I want that, Clay?
But I will say that, you know, whatever you're going through as a person, you know, athlete, non-athlete, whoever, whatever your struggle is, if you got something going on in life, just, you know, talk to
¿Qué pasó, coño? ¿Por qué? Negrito, yo soy tu leca cucaracho.
Great job by Brandon Jones running through that gap. Reed and Gore probably had him in.
Offensive lineman taking a pitch and trying to stretch for the first down.
there in this world full of billions of people is willing to listen. They're willing to listen, hear you out, and help you work through whatever you need to work through.
I'm playmakers.
Man's had God-fearing, disliking homosexuals. I have no problem with that. You just pay the ferry off if you have to.
They can't know, David. If they find out, my career is over. You know that. They need you.
Homosexuals? I don't. I don't have a problem with homosexuals. I don't. But if you're gay and you play football, you should keep it to yourself.
You just heard that, and man, with that, just give me the intro. We got to start this the right way.
I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say it's my fault, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Niggas bless up on my...
So I'm fond of this football player. He's a great defensive tackle. He's a great up front in the line. Went to Clemson University. I gave him so much credit, especially when my Miami Dolphins, I'm a South Florida baby. When we signed Christian Wilkins, I just knew we had the right pick. We could develop him properly. And when he left, it was a little bit of that. I'm not going to talk about that. But if you guys don't know, this guy is trending everywhere around the football community right now for the reasons as to why he got released from the team. So they're saying that Christian Wilkins kissed a teammate on the forehead, and things just got weird from there, and it just got spiraling out of control. Now, I'm not saying I believe he's zesty or anything like that, but this is something definitely to make people uncomfortable. I remember the TV show The Game had a similar episode like that.
I'm definitely going to have to get your foot lady's number. And I'm definitely going to give it to you. All right. Well, I'm going to have to put that on my to-do list, Clay. Here you go.
You also got a nice little bed of breakfast right up in the cut near that one.
Whoa. Us.
To us.
That's good. I slept with a lot of people too, Jay Holiday, you know what I'm saying? Is that right?
Trying to put you to bed, Malik.
What the hell, man?
What's the problem?
Give me some problem, dog. You just kissed me on my neck.
Yeah, that's what you wanted, right?
Why the hell would I want that, Clay?
Yo, you put it out there with the food and the wine and all that.
I'm serving lasagna, not ass.
Yo, you sure could fool me. Talking about you want to get your so you're not gay?
What part of this are you not getting, Clay?
Yo,
get your ass out of my house, Clay.
Gonna have to,
in my mind, I was wondering, is it true or not? Because of that episode, it used to bother me a little bit. Like, nah, it can't be nothing like that going on in the NFL. And then you looked at the show that the NFL got canceled along with ESPN. You remember the show ESPN came out with, the Playmakers, and it was similar episodes of that. But before we get on with that, let's go to Pat McAfee and Adam Schefter as they break down this total situation.
How injured is he? When's he back? What happens here with Christian Wilkins?
Again, from speaking to people inside the locker room, I think what everybody's dancing around and tiptoeing around is the fact that when you speak to people there inside the locker room, they say that Christian playfully went to kiss a teammate on top of his head, and those same people said that that player took offense to it. So that's what everybody's been dancing around and tap dancing around, an incident in the locker room where he allegedly playfully kissed a teammate on top of his head. That teammate felt offended by it. And that's what a lot of this talk and speculation that people have just been floating around out there is about.
Okay, so he kissed a teammate on the forehead in a playful manner. Teammate said, nope, not doing that, and went to H&R and reported this entire thing, basically, is what happened?
I think that's probably a fair and accurate way of saying things, yeah.
So, but that tells me a lot of things, quickly. That tells me a lot of things. So, if that happens in the locker room and then they go and report it, that means the locker room probably didn't fuck with them, right? Feels like?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like?
That individual, for sure. I mean, you see some different things in the locker room. There are different people. This would classify as weird.
Yeah, I would think kissing off a
teammate bald. Because if he's bald, it's not.
What if he won a euchre game with the guy? Though?
You never know.
They're playing. Maybe they're playing Boo-Ray, and the guy hit double the party. He goes, "Thank you," and kissed him on the forehead. Maybe it was that guy's.
Any smooching.
I've never seen it.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Look, I don't judge nobody's sexual preference or anything like that, but a locker room is the holy grail of Meccas, meaning that certain things you can't do. Although we can agree with your lifestyle, but can you force me to be amongst you as you're gauging my eyes, you're looking at me, staring at me? No weirdness is really allowed in locker rooms. And I remembered I seen what people used to say about that. Remember during the 90s, they did whole skits about it on Living Single with the Wayans family.
People were very surprised to hear that we was doing a special football show. But we've been fans of football for many years. I mean, what other game boasts such great names like Dick Butkus?
Or my favorite, Bob Greasy.
Now, isn't he a tight end?
He was.
I mean, just being honest with you, like when they tried to force Michael Sam's on us, the camera during draft night when he got drafted as St. Louis Rams, at the time they were St. Louis Rams, they paneled and zoomed in onto Michael Sam and his boyfriend kissing each other. And my thing was, whether it was with a female or a dude, you can't really force these things amongst a world that's already set in stone in place in what it is today. If it's not broken, why fix it? Look, I don't know if Christian Wilkins is of that degree. We don't know, but we know when he was in college, he was accused of a lot of stuff. Like the college situation was uncomfortable to the max. Do you guys remember this right here? When he was grabbing certain said-so situations here, it just made a lot of people uncomfortable. Do you guys even remember that? This was actually a thing. In fact, we're going to break that part down a little bit, not questioning we are questioning him, but I don't care what he is. But this went viral everywhere simply for the fact there were accusations after this. You guys understand me? When you do it like that, like the man is grabbing meat and everything, including the sack that gets added to it. And it just was like, why, Christian? What was the purpose of this? I don't get it from a vantage of, I'm a defender myself. I love defense on football, so I don't get what doing this to the offensive player does for a team. What does enable? This thing was so bizarre that articles everywhere around it surrounding his draft night as well was about this. Now, the Ben Bowler, where it kind of contested, this is a Clemson culture playing games like this. When you read it, you guys can pause and read the articles yourself, but this was talked about for many moons ago, and it was broken down like that. It was nothing that people took for as a game, as something just being drifted away. You can clearly see the controversy that was there. I want you guys to pause it. I'm not going to pause it for you. I'm trying to go through it because there's a lot of information, and people are like, this is what y'all do over there. It's a lot of people calling it out because it's the game of football, if we're just being honest. And to the degree, to be fair, Christian has a mindset of just a big kid. That's what he's basically is. This is him right here one day speaking about what his favorite gift in the world is.
Adam, there's obviously been
Hang on, I put the wrong one. I just want you guys to get context to who Christian is, what's his mindset.
A lot of Christmas gifts. But I just know, I don't know maybe specifically what was the best gift I ever had, but I just knew Christmas was always special and meant a lot to me as a kid. Just a little like personal, like I grew up with a big family, a lot of kids. And my mom always worked very hard to make sure we had good Christmases. I remember, like, those are some of the best memories I had as a kid, just waking up, all 8 of us, 9 of us running downstairs, you know, energy galore, stairs about to break. You know, I was ready to open gifts on Christmas morning. And, you know, so I always like this time of year, and it means a lot to me. And, you know, I remember, you know, I had Nerf groups, I had Game Boy one year that I remember.
He's a big kid, like I tell you, so it's hard to read what's the real situation. But then people have been presenting receipts on Christian since that grabbing incident at Clemson. They've been showing you this.
Reading probably had him in great job by Brandon Jones.
I don't know how that's a bad thing, but people are trying to attribute it and contribute it to him being zesty. I don't get that part. But then they got this. Then people got him kissing yet another NFL player. But it sounds like he said, "I love you, bro." And why would he do it in front of the world if he was like that? Do you understand me? So people was spreading more videos during their national championship days when he hit a split and he was doing his dance. People said, what straight dude would do that? I don't get into that because some of our great ones hit splits like the James Browns and everybody, but it's the way he did it. They said he did it like a stripper. Look, let me just tell you guys this. The locker room is sort of like the club. When you go to the club, you get a little uncomfortable when you just see dudes in there only.
Hey, where the bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
You feel me? It's just uneasy. Listen to other players speak about when they know their teammates might play for the other team regarding the movie, The Playmakers.
Wants to pin me in the shower. I want.
Hurry back.
Hey, some guy wants to pin me in the shower. I want to know about it. You know? Besides, I know it's not politically correct or whatever, but there's no way a gay guy comes through in a tough situation in the field. You know? Like break a nail or something.
Hi. Sodomites got no place on a football team.
Sodomites? You said that?
Can I come in?
Wants to pin me in the shower.
Hurry back.
Now, just because I don't agree with everybody and I choose to leave people alone and respect everybody, many people in this world, they're uncomfortable with that vibration. And I guess in America, they have their rights too to not be forced upon that. Now, I'm going to let you listen to Christian Wilkins' teammates, Adam Butler, speak on Christian release. It sounds like he's agreeing with the release and he never wanted Christian on the team because he wants Christian to go seek help.
Adam, there's obviously been a lot of controversy around the defensive line group after the release of Christian Wilkins. How have you seen your unit be able to leave that as just outside noise and hone in on your craft?
Yeah, we pretty much just kind of moved on from the situation. You know, I really don't want to comment further on it. But I will say that, you know, whatever you're going through as a person, you know, athlete, non-athlete, whoever, whatever your struggle is, if you got something going on in life, just, you know, talk to somebody. Get some therapy. You know, whatever your deal is your deal. Somebody out there in this world full of billions of people is willing to listen. They're willing to listen, hear you out, and help you work through whatever you need to work through. But don't make any hasty decisions. Get help.
Adam.
I'm not going to lie to you. Adam Butler was reading the script. He got an extra amount of money from Al Davis Jr. and he got paid to say that. You need a face because let's just be real. It's a lot of things that can contest the lawsuits for an NFL team. Think about it. Christian Wilkins is black and people are trying to allege that he's part of a certain said so community, which he never agreed that he was part of it. So you're leaking information out. You're getting rid of somebody. This is a class action discrimination lawsuit if I've ever seen one, but we know with the black thing, it's all over the locker room.
And you know what I'm tasting, Bobby?
Okra?
No, I taste victory. And I look around and I think we got a spicy team. Blacks and whites and blacks and Mexicans. And, oh, hell, there's a lot of blacks.
That's what they're going to see it as. A brother complaining about a wrong that was done to him, an injustice that was done to him. But people got to understand, like, for instance, there's a TikToker playing the same games. He's going around kissing dudes on top of the head, and it doesn't go very well with the average man in our communities.
What the hell is wrong with you? No Diddy!
I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, I'm not a kid or none of that. You're not my father. No grown man should be putting his lips on my head. Although I don't know what Christian sexuality is and I don't care. I don't try to find out or expose that. But you should understand the ramification comes with you playing a certain game that other people don't play. Kissing someone on the head gets a little uncomfortable, and it's weird. Even that TikToker made me feel a little uncomfortable and easy. I don't know what I'll do, but I know I'll get in trouble for it, especially with you guys having your laws. Now, Will Compton, he defended Christian and said, I wish I would have had the opportunity to play with Christian Wilkins, said Will Compton, the teammate, well, now former teammate of Christian. Look, man, keep your hands to yourselves. In this case, keep your lips to yourself. Everybody is not playing with that. Everybody is not going with that. Man, this just got weird, bro. I'm done with this, man. Look, my name is DJ Bless One, the best one. Y'all let me know how you feel about this. Love your family, love your kids, stay blessed. Make sure you smash the like button, hit the notification bell. Look, man, one thing about me, I'm a great investigative journalist, but this grabbing thing here is just too much for the day, man. I'm done for the rest of the night, man. Have a blessed night, Bray.
I've been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Mama say